Wee! Let's go make some money. Hey, beloveds, this is Scott here. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in Retail Tycoon because I want to show y'all basically 5 really simple ways that you can make more money in the game than just simply AFK. So, let's do the normal video intro stuff and we'll get right on into it. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash the lovely like button and do the same thing with the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. And our beautiful play of the day is Grim Reaper. Thank you for love and support. I greatly appreciate it. So, what we're going to go over today is I'm going to talk about 5 super easy ways that you can basically either reduce the cost of like having employees or just generally improve your profits, and I'll kind of break down each of them and kind of talk about each of them. So, let's do the easiest one first. When you go to leave the game, like I'm about to leave the game right now to go over to one of my other accounts, make sure you hit close store and wait for everyone to leave your store. I have noticed that sometimes it doesn't check everyone out. Like when you leave, people have merchandise. Because if they pick up the merchandise and they don't pay for it, it kind of goes yeet. So you don't want to lose some of that super valuable merchandise, especially some of the higher end items. So we're just going to let all these people check out. There's a lot of people coming down, jeez. So it's just making sure that you get all of the cash that you basically are able to earn. So I'm going to let these guys check out and we will go on to number 2. Now, the second way is actually you can AFK the first part of it, the second part of it not so much. You actually don't need at least one cashier. So I can fire her because guess what? You are now the cashier. You can check people out as they get done with stuff. So there's not really any reason, especially if you're AFKing and starting out, there's no reason to really actually to have a cashier. So my other guide on how to have a super simple start, one other thing is you don't need a cashier. If you're willing to sit here, you can check people out just as fast as they can. So actually you're about as fast as one of the tier 4s. So there's no real reason to have a cashier. It's going to save you some cash. And kind of the second part of that is if you are willing to, because it doesn't matter if you go into build mode, into store inventory, or into stocking shelves. So you don't actually need a stocker. So if you go over to the stock shelves, you can restock all of your items all on your own. You actually don't need them either. This does require a little bit more of active play because you do have to kind of sit here and click stuff. But as you can tell, I'm actually checking people out at the cash register as well as being able to stock the shelves. So if early on you're needing to save some cash or you're trying to save up for something, this is another really good way to do it. Just because it allows you to basically control more of what's going on and where stuff's going. So that's tip number 2. Number 3 is understanding you don't really need more than 30 parking spots. Because you're gonna get to a point where you're not gonna get any extra customers. Having beyond 30 is not really gonna do anything for you. And if you are going to have parking spots, I would recommend having a configuration like mine where they're really close to being able to get to the products, because mine go up by escalators. I have my entire parking lot downstairs, so that way I can have a smaller floor. Or when you're placing them down, let me show you a little bit of a trick. So when you place one down, so it marks it out in this little red box, you can't place anything else. However, if you were to spin it around, and not place it close to the edge. So let me try that again. So if you put it down just like that, I'm going to put the parking spot right there. So this is where actually the parking spot is, but you can actually place on the back end of the parking spot. So this is actually 2 parking spots now. I'll go ahead and put another set down just so y'all can see. So you actually can double them up, and so you actually can save space. So just a tidbit to use, just to help save you money, and also you're not turning as much of the grass or whatever it is into asphalt, because asphalt is expensive, especially starting out. Now, the next thing you can do kind of is a 2-parter, but I'm going to break it into 4 and 5. So you can have a manager. I have a manager running mine, buying stuff as I need it. Also, if I'm not paying attention, say I'm in game, I'm AFK, my manager is in there to basically be able to stock. But the other thing you can do is also with the manager, So the manager is going to buy smaller items in smaller quantities. What you can do is take your own vehicle and just fill up your storage. So you can grab the semi or whatever you happen to have if it's the truck. I would recommend getting the semi as soon as possible because it's 6,000 storage space. So all you have to do is say you need something. This does also require you have 6,000 storage, so keep that in mind too. And you can just drive off the cliff, maybe, and you can go restock and go get some stuff for you. Now here's the flip side of this. You can also run with no manager at all. But if you run with no manager, that means you are going to personally have to make sure you have stock the entire time. If you are a true active play all the time, you are more than welcome to do this. I kind of do a mix of both. So that's kind of number 5 is run without a manager. Now, if you don't have a manager, you are going to need an absolute monstrosity amount of storage. And I will show y'all why. So I'm going to go pick up 6,000 of something. I don't know what I'll need. Hold on. Let me figure out something I need and actually back the truck up. And not to be dumb. I am not a good driver. So you'll go in. I'm getting low on large power tools, so I'll buy a quantity of 6,000 so I can fill my storage. So that was about 75. Also with this, you will also have to have a door, an unloading door. So that's going to be another 3,000. This is be something more for late game, just to kind of improve your income. Because if you are doing what I do, which is running with the manager, which is the number 4, of course, that means you're going to have $2,000-$3,000 items and kind of being conscientious of that. But we can go on over here. I'm all the way at the end. I normally park my plot right here. I don't have it right here right now. So just keep in mind what your storage capacity is at. I have a abnormally larger storage, but as you can tell, I have plenty of items, so if I'm actively in game, I'm pretty good for a while. I mean, I don't need 4,000 things of cans. It's going to take a while to go through that, but this is kind of the quantities you're going to be looking at if you're actively playing. If you're choosing not to run with a manager, you are going to have an obscene amount of items. And I know some of y'all just saw that I have 3,000 pieces of jewelry. They're only 1 unit size, so it's pretty easy for me to be able to store a large quantity of them. So it's also, you get a lot of money back. Because here's the deal, if you are actively trying to go and get the items yourself, you're saving 25% of that delivery cost. So for large appliances, 25% is $250 a piece. So it is actually really good if you are wanting to make a lot of money. If you are going for that leaderboard, you want to be actively trying to look for this. You want to actively try to be doing this. So just kind of keep that in mind, that if you are wanting to late game, you know, either work with a manager or work without, you are going to have a large storage capacity. Also open your store. Sister's a big nub. But plebs, that is kind of my 5 simple tips on how to make more money in the game. Whether it's, you know, making sure you close your shop before you leave the game. You can work with the manager and kind of how that works. And then you also working without a manager and basically being in game. So hopefully y'all found this helpful. Sorry if it was a little bit all over the place. I was having issues with the game and the things. And yeah. So my video crew, y'all are awesome as always. And I will see y'all next time. Bye! Before we go, guys, I want to give a big shout out to my lovely knights of the YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate all of y'all's support. Y'all are amazing. And a big shout out to my Emerald Knights. Thank you so much for the love and support. See y'all next time.